All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's Browns time. Welcome in. It is Phil Nagy and Kit Nagy joining you here for Nagy on Sports. It's the 2021 simmed season. It's week 12. Our Browns are 10-0. Tops the AFC North, tops the entirety of the NFL, and excited to get another one in the belt. Getting to play a traditional NFC North power here in the Vikings. So excited to bring this one to you. But first, let's say hello to Kit Nagy.
Hey, Phil. Glad to be here. Always excited for Browns games. This one should be prove to be exciting like any of the others. And, you never count out any opponent in the NFL. These Vikings, Kevin Stefanski coming from this team, very familiar with them. We did poach some talent from that front office and coaching staff, but certainly vested in this one. It is a very interesting matchup here, and should be a fun game to watch.
Absolutely. So the Vikings struggling this season, 2-8 in our sim. Again, Browns at 10-0. So let's go ahead and get this one going. Welcome in, J-Man. James was on before we even started. He was ready to go.
Yeah, like the moment I had the queued up in the studio, he was on there.
There he is. So here comes Kirk Cousins out onto the field. 2,300 passing yards, 14 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. Of course, probably their most potent offensive weapon, whereas double threes in the backfield there. Dalvin Cook, one of the top running backs in the NFL, and the Browns will need to do their best to shut him down. Of course, Adam Thielen, Justin Jefferson on the outside, Irv Smith, tight end, 2 starting rookies on that offensive line, Christian Darrisaw, and of course Wyatt Davis. Go Bucks. And the first play of the game is going to be to Irv Smith, that aforementioned tight end, and he's going to go over the middle for 8 yards on a nice little completion from Cousins. Try to get him in rhythm early here. Right side, stretch it to Cousins. Oh, really nice play there. Nowhere to go, and he's going to be knocked down. That's going to be Malik Jackson, 97 in your screen. Also, should be remiss if I didn't mention, somebody's back for the Browns after injury. So Myles Garrett's coming to a backfield near you.
Yeah.
And you can see him making his presence felt on the first play there.
Yeah, absolutely. Super excited to have him back in here. He's such a huge part of this defense. And watch Malik as he just works down the line so nicely. A little bit of a stretch zone concept there, but he works down with the block and is able to come up with a nice tackle in the backfield there.
All right, here is a 3rd and 2. They're going to stretch it left side, and Cook's got all the way to the edge, and he's got the first down and more. Finally sort of gets rubbed off by Grant Delpit and Ronnie Harrison, who was in pursuit, but that time nobody on the outside contained, and Dalvin Cook with a pretty easy first down.
And I might have missed it, but just in case, to cover our bases here, let's make sure we say hi to Karen and Keith. Welcome in, guys.
Oh, yes, I did say hi to them, but I'm glad that you did too.
Yeah,
it's all good. All good. All right, first down for the Vikings. Their first of the game. Gets them a new set of downs. They're up to the 44-yard line. Welcome in, B. Yeah, I know. Everything that I've heard is that Clowney and Garrett are essentially unblockable. So
absolutely. But on the other hand,
that should be fun.
On the other hand, great training for Jedrick Wills and Hudson and those guys, and also our tight ends. Don't forget the tight ends have to block those guys also. So that's going to be excellent training for them in training camp, and should have excellent results out of that coming into the season.
Indeed. Here is a 3rd and 3 now. Cousins going to turn around, give it to Cook, and he's going to get blown up in the middle. Nice play there. That's JOK. Of course, today he got reinstated off of the COVID-19 list, and he makes a great tackle there. Going to lose a yard and probably force a punt here from Mike Zimmer's crew.
Yeah, excellent fill there. Just really flowed nicely for the defense. So quick was JOK there. Off his spot, very quickly read, filling the hole, and really nicely done to bring them up short, forcing this punt.
James, you are a fount of all things Charlotte sports, and I love it.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
All right, Browns out onto the field. Of course, a couple of those interceptions coming in Baker's last performance, 2,400 yards, 15 touchdowns. I'd still like to see him turn the ball over a little bit less, but doing what we can here. Remember, Chris Hubbard's still starting at left tackle for us right now due to injuries to both Jedrick Wills, as you aforementioned, and James Hudson. Both are out for, I think, 4 and 5 weeks respectively. So we'll see how Hubbs can do out on the left side. Here comes Nick Chubb, the freshly paid Nick Chubb, and he's going to go left side of the line up to the 24 on his first carry of the game.
Yeah, freshly paid indeed, and so crucial to what this team wants to be and how they want to play, and have to love that signing.
Yes, and Andrew Berry we trusted the whole time. And, yeah, Kit and I are going to do a reaction video to that signing, so I don't want to spoil too much of it, but let's just say we both like the deal. All right, 3rd and 8 as Hunt is going to be stopped pretty early. Just do not like a lot of these plays they give us here, but we'll make it work here, I guess. Tipped up in the air and somehow goes to the turf. That was wild.
Yeah, I was up there for a long time. Interesting, nobody
Sure
was able
was.
to come up with that sitting underneath it. They had plenty of time to camp under it, but really kind of odd reactions or lack of reactions as the ball comes back down.
There's a mass of bodies here as a flag gets thrown, and the rookie Amir Smith-Marset out of Iowa returns the kick, but we're going to get holding on the return team with the rookie Chaz Surratt, and therefore take him back. Oh, weird. Why am I calling defensive plays? That's weird. I don't
Did
call
you select
defensive plays.
both accidentally?
No, I
That's
didn't.
weird.
I think it was maybe just the penalty.
Oh,
The penalty thing maybe like took us out of it for a play. I don't know. We'll find out.
interesting.
I didn't call defensive plays on the first drive.
No, that's true. And yeah, Keith, I mean, Baker Mayfield's extension, obviously, I think there is a...
Oh, weird.
Yeah, that's weird. There it is again. There's a lot to be said that potentially that might be considered the most important. Franchise quarterbacks are irreplaceable, especially when you know that they're going to be good like Baker.
Here comes Tack. He's got him around the left side. That's the rookie Christian Darrisaw, left tackle, and he was absolutely smoked by Tack McKinley there. Sack him back to the 21.
That was a sweet edge rush from Tack McKinley there, coming free, and just he's so quick. He's a high motor anyway, but he's going to get there real fast if he's unblocked. But no, absolutely, Keith. Though I would add to that conversation that if it's a 1A 1B situation, you'd put Chubb right up there with Baker, kind of deal, just because of what he means for this team and what he represents.
Sure. And we would fully expect Baker to get more than 3 years.
Well, Karen, we just signed Hunt again last year. We've got the two of them locked up for the next 2 years, so you'll see both of them for the next 2 years, most likely. I don't expect either one to move on, but we'll talk more about kind of expectations and how the contract was structured more in that video that Phil promised.
Absolutely. Again, everybody, appreciate you being on. It is Nagy on Sports. It's week 12 of our 2021 simmed season, and things are humming right along, and again going well for the Browns up to this point. So we appreciate everybody being on. You guys are the best. Here comes Chubb now to the left side, and that Harrison Smith safety was very, very talented right there at the line of scrimmage waiting for him, and got there in a hurry.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Baker back into a shotgun now. Very quick trigger to the left side, and he's got his man, just a 4-yard gain. Looks like it's actually Jarvis Landry, kind of lined up in a tight end spot there.
Yeah, it felt like Baker was trying to get rid of that faster than he really had to. Didn't really allow time for that to develop at all.
Absolutely, Baker with lots of time, and he throws it away out of a sack. So good coverage down the field, and 2 consecutive 3-and-outs and punts for the Browns here as Gillen angles this thing towards the left sideline, and the rookie Smith-Marset is back to take it, and he's going to be tackled immediately. Good special teams coverage there. Looks like Troy Hill and MJ Stewart in pursuit. So far a little bit of a struggle here. Both defenses winning the day. A little bit of a sluggish start for the Browns offense, certainly.
Yeah, that's kind of been the name of the game for these Browns this season.
Yes.
And often in Madden, it seems that the Browns offense takes a little while to get going for whatever reason. I don't know that that's going to be true to form in the real season.
Welcome back, Miles. Sorry, Kit. Didn't want to cut you off. Miles Garrett, welcome back. His 17th and a half sack.
Yeah, that was sweet. I actually cut myself off because I saw it. Which I'm not usually good at doing, but that time I saw it coming, I was letting you jump in there, but and I totally blanked on where I was going before, so we'll not worry about it.
Slow starts on offense.
Oh yeah, thank you, appreciate that.
It's all right. Greg Newsome over the middle is going to tackle Adam Thielen after the catch, but a 4th and 9 after that big sack, and another punt upcoming here for Britton Colquitt. Now 12 years in the league out of Tennessee, the Colquitt brothers.
Yeah, the point I was making though is I don't expect slow starts to really be very likely this season, especially once the offense is fully on the same page. Everybody's playing together. Now that we're second year in the same system for the entire starting and most of your key backups, you really should expect that to happen quickly.
Play action. Oh, and it should have been picked there. Not sure what Baker was looking at. Not the best option, apparently, because that linebacker had him baited and almost picked that thing.
Yeah, probably arguably should have been picked. It was right in his hands. And no, James, I missed that.
Here's Baker now left side. A little bit of a steed there to Beckham. Just a short gain, so not really pushing much down the field right now for the Browns. Sets up a 3rd and 4 at least, with both Chubb and Hunt checking into the football game. And Baker's going to dump it to the left side to Hunt and doesn't give him enough room to do anything other than go out of bounds. And a 4th and 4 from the 40.
I think it was already actually out of bounds. Probably loses a few yards if he catches it before it goes out. Bit anemic, as we were talking about, or a bit odd here to start. Really not able to find much anything working just yet, but even with the Browns do start out slow in real life, they have a team that is well designed to wear down defenses with the tandem Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt, and that's why Nick Chubb was averaging 10 yards a carry in the fourth quarter, which is just an astronomical number.
Yeah, that stat is bonkers. Here's a little dump off to Dalvin Cook, Denzel Ward, and then Anthony Walker, which I did see today, just had a wrap on the knee. Heard maybe a week or so, no surgery. So that's a very, very good thing for AWOC's knee.
Yeah, absolutely. That's kind of what we were hoping for, certainly.
And actually, now he's going to break through, and he's got Cousins, and he's going to sack him back to the 7. Heard us talking about him, Anthony Walker.
Yeah, he's
sporting that number 4, and now he's back to the 3rd and 20.
Yeah, to show out just to see he was okay there with his knee, but
right.
Came up very quickly in Cousins' face. Even though he had a long way to go as Cousins was backing up, but showing off his quickness there, and very nicely done there from AWOC.
3rd and 20. Left side, and it's almost picked off by Walker as he jumps the route.
Should have been picked. That was so close, but he'll be looking at the film on that one, thinking that should have been a pick all the way. He was gone if he catches that.
Absolutely. All right, Felton's going to get it up to about midfield. So the Browns with good field position here. Haven't really gotten much going on the ground or through the air. Let's see what the coaches think we should call here. Yeah, I saw that. I did see that part, Keith. James, I cannot say that I saw the Kirkwood injury.
Yeah.
Although I haven't watched much TV today, so I didn't see like the standard ticker news.
Right. No, I absolutely losing both Nelson and Wentz, both out 5 to 12 weeks with similar foot injuries. That's brutal. I mean, absolutely brutal to lose both of those guys.
Well, and they signed Eric Fisher to be their new left tackle after Costanza retired, and Fisher is recovering from an injury as well. So they are, as someone said, it may not matter who the quarterback is with all of those offensive line injuries.
Oh, actually, I did. I didn't read the article, but I saw the removed or the getting released for the hit headline. I didn't realize that's what that was about.
Oh, really? No, I didn't hear that.
I saw the the back half of that, the Irby getting released part for hitting a guy, which
Dang.
I mean, you got to be training camp. You got to be you got to be a team player. You can't go out there and hurt your own teammates.
Absolutely. Gambled a little bit, tried to go for it. On fourth, looked like Beckham was open, but no dice there, and the Browns are going to go turnover on downs. Thought maybe a little aggressiveness would work there, but credit the Vikings defense up to this point. Mike Zimmer's got his guys playing well. Here's Cousins to the right side, and he's going to have a completion. That's Justin Jefferson in front of Denzel Ward. First down to the 40 into Browns territory. Hey, Chris G, welcome off. Yeah, you're right, Keith. Baker does look a little off. They're not giving me super great plays to work from. And again, I don't cycle through the playbook for hours and hours. I kind of just go with whatever the coaches suggest and pick the one that looks the best. But maybe we'll need to go a little deeper in the playbook, try to get something going.
Yeah, and this defense secondary is getting a little bit torn up here on this. They're taking advantage of some zones that they've been in of late, and oddly, very late whistle there. I guess he was laying on some bodies, so they were waiting on it. But
yes,
normally the refs are way faster on the whistle than that.
Absolutely. Here's Cook again on a 2nd and 6. Look at McKinley get around quickly again. Nice traffic in the middle. Kind of slowed it down long enough for McKinley to pursue from his left tackle side.
This is about the opportunistic moment where this Browns defense likes to come alive, come away with a turnover right around here, right around this spot.
Remember in that last sim with the here's a throw to the left side, and it's tipped and almost picked off. You tried to call it.
No, it should have been it right there.
You tried to call it.
Yeah, and if he catches that too, Hill's pretty quick. He probably was gone.
Kick is up and good. That's the rookie Patterson, actually, with the kick. So, all right, well, 3-0 Vikings here. Again, we are in Cleveland. Browns are 10-0 Week 12, getting off to a sluggish start. And as we were saying, in that Bengals scrimmage, it took those 2 defensive touchdowns to kind of jumpstart the team. So let's see what we can get going here. Get something going. Little weak eye formation this time. Back to pass, Baker, 3-step drop right side to Landry, and it's dropped. And or incomplete. Now 2 of 9 is Mayfield to start the game.
Yeah, off indeed. That's certainly not what you want to start a game at.
No.
Yeah, seems a bit odd.
Let's see if we can get Dino some action. Here's the screen left side to Hunt, but is pursued quickly and brought down. It's going to bring up another 3rd and long for the Browns.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
3rd and 8 here. Baker, about 34 seconds to go. And he's back to pass, and he's just going to dump it off to Chubb. And I just do not get it. Is really everybody that covered downfield?
No, you wouldn't think so, but does feel like Baker's a little bit flustered here, kind of checking off a little quicker than he needs to, throwing passes faster than he really has to. It's almost like he's feeling pressures. It almost feels like you'd expect Darnold to play, seeing ghosts out there. Hey, 504, welcome in.
Absolutely. Welcome, 504. And Chris G, I am not planning to head up this weekend. I will actually be in Michigan for a wedding. Let's look at Denzel. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, so many missed opportunities.
I know, but he lays out so darn nicely. I don't know why it keeps taking me back to the choosing the offensive plays thing. That's not happened to me before either.
No, that's odd.
Cousins now with some time. He's going to fire deep to the left side. That ball traveled a long way from the opposite hash, and it's going to be complete and out of bounds at the 44-yard line. So the Vikings here a little bit sharper than the Browns. Here's Cook now. Look at that shed. Anthony Walker, he is showing out here early today. No gain on the play.
Yeah, beautiful form tackle there. Just lowered his pad level, brought in the boom. It was really nicely done there with the wrap up at the end to finish.
Absolutely. Here's a throw to the left side and another first down. Adam Thielen right on the sideline up at the 41. And Mike Zimmer loves it. First down Vikings. So they're definitely playing a little bit more efficient offensive football right now. Browns look like they're just kind of sleepwalking a little bit here today. Here comes Miles. Kirk gets it off, and he's going to throw it quickly to the right side to the receiver, B.C. Johnson. Ronnie Harrison right on his back. Just a 4-yard gain there.
Yeah, and this just doesn't feel like a Stefanski team. This Stefanski's very much about preparing for every opponent, regardless of who it is. You don't overlook anybody. Go 1-0 is the mantra, and put in the work. And you just don't overlook anybody in the NFL. And this feels like a team, that kind of took it for granted that they should win. It doesn't feel like a Kevin Stefanski prepared team.
Yeah, at least through the first 18 minutes of the game here. Cousins now shuffling, firing over the middle. He goes in the direction of his tight end, and it's going to be swatted away. And out of his hands, he's looking for Tyler Conklin, who is now the second tight end here. Again, Kyle Rudolph making the move to New York. 3 receivers split, 2 to left, 1 to the right here for Kirk Cousins. Turnaround play action. That play action pass game is their bread and butter as well. Firing right side. He's got an open receiver, and he's got B.C. Johnson down to the 1. Ola B.C. Johnson, 29 yards. Found a hole in that brown zone. First and goal for the Vikings. Spread them out now. First and goal from the 1. Probably 4 cracks at it here. Can the Browns stiffen up? Cook up the middle is the play. I looked at the wrong screen. He's going to be taken down. Nice play there. Jadeveon Clowney really nice in there nicely. Loss of 2 on the play.
Yeah, Clowney so solid in the run defense there. Really showing out. Nice penetration and just blows up the runner there.
Now they go to a 13 personnel, and Anthony Madison checks into the game. Little stamina sub. Look at Ward come around the corner, and he's going to shut him down. Just a gain of 1 for Anthony Madison now. We're 3rd and goal. 13 personnel in there again. Cousins back to pass. Right side, and he finds a hole in the zone. Touchdown. Irv Smith, the tight end out of Alabama. 10-0 upcoming here, pending the kick from Patterson.
Yeah, it was just much too easy right there. Really taking advantage of what they had on the defense, what the defense is giving them, and defense making it a bit too easy.
Yep. Riley Patterson, the rookie out of Memphis, drills the kick, and 10-0 now is the result. So the Browns we got to get something cooking here on offense. This is as sluggish as we have looked, kind of on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, really. So you mentioned Rudolph going to the Giants. You see the news about the Giants and their entire team brawl. Apparently, Jones was in the bottom of that scrum, and which is never a good thing in camp. And apparently, they all were running for a good 30 minutes after that.
They had an entire team scrum, huh?
Yeah, apparently it broke out in a big way in Giants training camp, and
interesting.
Yeah, and then
isn't Freddie Kitchens a coach there still?
He is.
That's a very Freddie Kitchens thing to do, right?
Oh,
Fight
hey,
each other.
There we go. Browns finally getting something done. Higgy getting
first
hit
down.
Way down the middle, nicely done. Finally taking advantage of what the defense was giving them there in that zone, and Higgy just kind of sits in it, and Baker hits him downfield, finally getting something going.
20 yards and a first down. Up the middle with Chubb. He's going to push the first tackler out of the way, but the second one brings him down. He's going to get no gain as a result.
And
Hi, Wendell.
I believe he's actually the tight ends coach there too, which is ironic considering we started talking about this because of Rudolph, but
because of Rudolph,
right? But no, apparently it was so bad that I'm blanking on the head coach's name.
Joe Judge.
Yeah, Joe Judge was so upset he had to delay his press conference because he was so livid. He had to cool down first.
And Baker's going to take a sack. That's Wanham who gets back there. And your third string left tackle, Chris Hubbard, breaks down in protection that time. And Baker's going to take a big sack, and they're going to have to punt once again here.
Yeah, and don't forget that very probably is a big part of the issues that these Browns are having early. That is effectively a third string tackle for these Browns. And that's tough. It's never going to be easy. I mean, we saw that late in the season last year. Not that those guys didn't do an admirable job, but it's not Wills out there.
Right.
It's not Batonio. It's there's definitely a drop off, even if they played well in spite of the circumstances.
Absolutely. All right, come on, defense. We need a spark here, big time, as you have done so many times this season. That's Conklin for a 6-yard gain to the left side, but we need to get a spark here from the defense. Because, yes, right now it definitely kind of feels like trap game. Madden has given them lots of the momentum. But we appreciate everybody being on here. Beautiful night to be together watching simulated Madden football at Nagy on Sports. The 3rd and inches across the middle, and he's going to connect with Conklin again. And Tyler Conklin, who is this kid? He is just catching BBs over the middle. His 4th year out of Central Michigan. Chippewas, right? I think of Central Michigan. I don't know why we need to see Ronnie Harrison. He kind of lays him up like a definition of a form tackle there, but the damage was done. First down.
Yeah,
Browns can't get off the field here. Probably got to be getting pretty tired too.
Yeah, it felt a bit lazy from Ronnie Harrison there, though. It felt like he had a shot at getting the ball and instead just is a little slow to react.
Absolutely, and now Dalvin Cook, his first kind of big gash run of the game. About 13 yards up the middle. Grant Delpit drags him down eventually. Yeah, I agree, Karen. They do look sluggish right now to me as well. First and 10. Here's Cook again up the middle and just pushing tacklers, driving his way over defenders another 8 yards to the 41. So this is kind of exactly what the Vikings want to do. I mean, this is kind of like looking in the mirror a little bit, a Stefanski-esque offense, talented running backs, throw play action off of it. And they're executing right now. Is that real, Wendell? I've heard a lot of chatter about Big Ten expansion.
Well, what a tackle from Troy Hill there in space.
Pac-10 expansion, yes.
Really
saves a first down.
Yeah, critical tackle in space, and he's able to come up with that short of the line. Really nicely done.
Absolutely, and yes, very much short of the line. That's going to force the punt. Here's Colquitt, and this thing's going to angle out of bounds at the 5, and the Browns have a long field to get this offense going with.
So James, we like Lario a lot. Unfortunately for Lario, he was really not the player they were looking for their style, play style wise. He was more the pass rusher in the center, not as great against the run. And unfortunately, the Browns' run defense was really what they were lacking up the middle, especially with their starting unit. So they were looking to address that more so, and they weren't looking to pay Lario what he rightfully deserved, but the Bengals were.
Yeah. Absolutely. Here's Hooper. Nice play across the first down. The Browns doing a little bit of a hurry up, and right now it kind of feels like it's, at least after 2 plays, it's working.
Yeah, that's something that Baker does really well, the hurry up offense. So hopefully that'll continue to work here on this drive.
Absolutely. Some motion coming from Higgins. And now Baker fires it to him over the middle, and he drops the football. 3rd and 4 for the Browns here now.
Brings up 3rd down and 4.
Baker back to pass. He's going to fire to the left sideline to Beckham, and he drops it. Tough coverage there, but bottom line is he drops the football, and the Browns, unfortunately, are not going to be able to do much with it. Gillen back out on there. He's going to need to ice that leg at halftime.
Yeah, indeed.
Welcome in, Bill. Appreciate you being on, and I'm not sure what's going on here. And the only injuries that the Browns currently still have are starting left tackle number 1 and left tackle number 2, and that's Wills and James Hudson. So that's why Chris Hubbard is now in there as the left tackle. I don't know if we can blame this quite all on Hubs. That's right, Wendell. They're going to need a second half adjustment here. Maybe a turnover. The defense has been so timely all year. Can we get one here? Bounce it down the line. Cook, and he's going to be ripped down. Miles and Anthony Walker doing the bringing down. Both teams still with all 3 timeouts as we tick down towards the 2-minute warning. Probably going to snap it here before he does. Out route to the tight end. There's Tyler Conklin again. Good tackle in space. Greedy Williams, the top of your screen. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. A little bit of a hazy day here in the land. Browns down 10-0. Again, really kind of been pretty laissez-faire. No major mistake. It's not like we have a bunch of turnovers or anything. It's just kind of a lackadaisical performance on both sides of the football. And they're going to swing it out to Cook, and he's going to get tackled. Nice pursuit, Greg Newsome. And the Browns do call timeout. Again, I didn't call that. The defense, everything on the defense is taken care of by Madden. I just call the offensive plays here. Now with 1:53 to go, Colquitt going to drill this thing down. Felton from his 25. Up, makes a little bit of a man miss. He's going to get up to the 35. Decent little return there for Demetric Felton.
Yeah, 2 timeouts, minute 45. You got some time on the clock. You know, some management tools here to get downfield, and certainly feel like this would be bit of a statement drive and give you an opportunity for a double dip.
Absolutely, we need it for sure. Here's Baker now standing in the pocket, fires a dart. He's got Beckham across the 50. Oh, sweet little sidestep up to the 43-yard line, and the Browns are moving.
Yeah, that was a sweet play for Beckham, and what a move.
Baker going to dump it left side. Hunt, can he get out of bounds? It looks like he cannot. 2nd and 2 upcoming here. Baker now in the pocket. He's going to throw it away.
I think that might be roughing the passer.
They're going to get him for intentional grounding?
Oh, my. I thought I saw a few receivers in that area, but perhaps the refs disagree. I mean,
Sheesh.
I might be wrong.
You clearly are wrong, Kit. Duh. Gosh, brutal. All right, well, the drive was going well. Still 2 timeouts left, 58 seconds. Baker back to pass. He's just going to check it down to Hunt. It gets kind of speared in the back.
Yeah,
and now 4th and 12. It's already 4th down.
It seemed like the defender was hitting him before the ball got there, which should have been a penalty.
Yes, I don't feel good about any options here, so I'm just going to try to pop this thing up in the air. Punt and play defense. Come on, check. Check. Hey,
what a beautiful punt that was.
Nice punt there for Gillen. It's going to get it checked down. If MJ Stewart dove for it, Troy Hill dove for it. So guys working hard. All right, well, that didn't work out. We are going to get the second half kick here, so just no points. Maybe your defense can get you a little bit of a jolt. We're in safety territory here, pick territory. Something would be nice. Cousins' little slant to the left side. That's Adam Thielen, and he's over the middle. He's going to be tackled immediately by Johnny Johnson the third, and they call their first timeout. First down, Vikings. Back to pass. Cousins fires left side, coming back to the football. Thielen again. He's going to be tackled very securely once again. 2nd and inches officially, but they do call their second timeout. Wendell is begging for a pick 6 here, Madden. Do you hear us? Do you hear us? Kirk Cousins back to pass, dump it off to Dalvin Cook, who's got lots of space, and Harrison and JOK are the ones that bring him down. Ausa Koromoa finishing it off, but it is a first down to the 36-yard line, and the last timeout is called by the Vikings now. 18 seconds left.
Yeah, Chris G says that Madden's alga is not a rhythm. I'd agree,
Yeah.
or potentially it's they're predetermining before the ball is thrown. And we all know how Baker, Baker's lack of success when doing that early in the season last year, how that worked against him. So it is an unfortunate reality that we Browns fans know too well.
Well, defense does their job. Browns will get the second half kickoff here. 10-0 is as sluggish of an offensive performance as we have seen for these Browns so far, and the defense has not bailed them out to this point. So both sides really need to pick it up here. Trips to the left side to start this opening possession. Up the middle, Nick Chubb fighting for yards. It's been slow going for him as well. I mean, slow going for everybody. Can't just say it's Nick Chubb.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. 2 yards second and 8.
Janovich in there, lead blocker, right side Chubb. Fights for about 4 more yards. Decent run there.
Eric Kendricks in on the tackle. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4. Hunt leaves. We know this formation. Patrick Peterson, number 7, goes with him. And they usually throw right back to Kareem Hunt if he's uncovered, and he does right now, and right at the line to gain. Kareem Hunt, and they're going to say drop the football, 4th down.
Oh my, this has just been a comedy of errors here, just unlike this offense altogether. Really nobody playing like themselves in this one. Seeing things that just have been very inexplicable for this team, all around the board.
All around the board, brutal. Chris G. I think we have the Bengals and the Steelers each one more time, and I can't honestly remember. I know we are done with the Ravens, but I don't remember who else we still have.
We still have the Packers. We have the rest of the AFC North or NFC North. So the Packers, and I think we didn't play the Lions just yet either. So Lions.
There's a strike to the left side to Thielen.
Lions and Packers, certainly.
A gain of 11 on the play.
I can't remember.
The Vikings first down.
1st and 10, Cousins right side. Walker swats it away. Nice play again. Walker's been one of the lone bright spots for this defense.
Second and 10.
Back to pass, left side. Oh, could have been picked again, and Greedy would be in the end zone right now.
Oh yeah, so many missed opportunities on defense.
Miles coming, he just gets it off. Here's JOK. Slows down Dalvin Cook long enough for the cavalry to come help out. Newsom's going to bring him down, and a punt upcoming once again here for the Vikings. So the Browns defense trying, but man, how many was that? At least 3 really, really solid interception opportunities.
Oh, minimum. There's been at least that many, if not more. I feel
Denzel
like,
had 1, Walker had 1, Greedy's had 1.
yeah, I feel like, and Troy Hill had 1. Certainly, that's at least 4. I mean, there were of those probably 3 or 4 of them are probable pick sixes too.
Indeed. All right, come on, Browns. Let's get something cooking here. Little boot to the right side. Baker taking his time, and then he's going to fire it short. They're going to all of that for 1 yard is the result. 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 15-yard line.
Baker back to pass, and it's going to be swatted down at the line. Oh, what is happening?
I don't know. I got nothing.
3rd down and 9 yards to go.
This is very, very strange here. 3rd and 9. Baker in the shotgun once again. Can we convert here? He fires it right side. He's got Higgins, and Higgins is able to hold on. 1st down, Browns at the 26. That's number 7, Patrick Peterson in coverage. And man alive, did we need that conversion.
Yes, we sure did.
Yeah, Wendell, we definitely, I suppose you could say we were due. But I would prefer, I mean, not that I'm trying to go undefeated or anything, but it would be fun. Here's a boot to the left side, and Hubbard's going to get beat. Wanham with his 2nd sack of the day, just absolutely beating up poor Chris Hubbard. 2nd and 17 now, the result.
No, I think the part that bothers me is not so much the obvious, like it feels like it's strongly momentum against us in this game. More so just this is not what you would expect for the Browns, especially a Stefanski-led team. He is so
drop.
Yeah, so dedicated to having his guys prepared. That's one of the big reasons and the big tells is, the Browns last season, they were one of 3 or 4 teams in all of the NFL that did not drop back-to-back games.
It's very true. Baker back to pass. 3rd and 17. He fires right side into triple coverage. And it's incomplete, and the offensive woes continue here. That sack didn't help things after they had finally gotten a 1st down, and now you just got to be worried about the defense. They've got to be exhausted over there, and that leads to injury.
Yeah, this would certainly be the time for one of those picks to ring true.
Yes.
Finally come away with
Yes.
one. That would be absolutely huge, and feels like that could be all that it would take to swing the momentum in your favor. But they got to come away with one. They've had plenty of opportunities.
Absolutely. Walker chases down Cook, who's now up to 47 yards. Clock taking. Obviously still plenty of time, but it really feels like whoever scores next takes full control of the game, and if that can somehow be us, I feel really good about it. But if they go up 13 or 17 nothing here, it may be donezo. 3rd and 5, back to pass. Cousins, watch out, here comes Miles, and he's got him just in time. Myles Garrett, 2nd sack of the day. Welcome back from your 5-week injury, my friend. Absolutely needed that one. And a punt upcoming.
Yeah, needed that one indeed, and he's going to be in the zone coming up on the next drive. That's huge. Getting off the field is huge. We're really counting on him as the veteran leader at this point of this defense to step up in a big way, and he does just that. Nicely done by Miles, beating him out on the edge.
Yeah, you're right, Keith. We have had some wacky drops in this game for sure.
And it has been a huge difference. You're absolutely correct. I mean, Baker's throwing like 50% completion right now. It's terrible.
I think it's far worse than that, yeah. Motion coming. Turn around, give the ball to Nick Chubb, and he's going to be blasted in the middle of the line by Harrison Smith again. Chubb now 8 carries for 10 yards. That should probably tell you all you need to know about the game here so far today.
At the 21-yard line.
Or the fact that the Browns have 97 total yards.
Absolutely. Here we go. Firing left side. Oh, Beckham, he's got to move. He's going to go. Touchdown. All the way 20, 10, 5, and he's in the end zone. What a play. Absolutely had to have it. Finally got one going.
Yeah, had to have it indeed. And you got to love Beckham holding on to the ball with both hands, absolutely willing that to go in. He's like, there's no way I am letting this be a turnover, dropping it. Like this is going to be a touchdown. I'll run as fast as I can, covering this all the way up.
Oh my gosh. Absolutely needed that one. Wow, wow, wow indeed, Keith. I told you I had a feeling next score would be huge. 2 plays, 79 yards. That was a 79-yard touchdown to Odell Beckham.
And suddenly,
unbelievable.
Suddenly that makes that Myles Garrett sack so much more important, only for the fact that your defense wasn't overly exposed on that last drive. So now that they were able to get off the field, this defense will be a little bit more fresh, even with an explosive hit, strike from Beckham.
Absolutely, yeah. Coming back on because of your 5th 3-and-out in a row is a little bit different than a quick change because you just scored a long touchdown. I think there's probably a little more juice on that sideline coming back out. I don't know. Maybe it does wake us up, Keith. We need something. The defender went for the pick. We've seen that happen before, and Beckham turned around, and very few players in the league are going to catch Beckham in the open field.
Yeah, that was odd. Myles Garrett just dropped back into coverage, which is supposed to be out of this playbook entirely. It was really odd seeing him out there.
You see that broken coverage? There was nobody around that receiver. That was weird. And unfortunately, fortunately for us, Cousins threw a bad ball.
Yeah, no, very fortunate
that
Cousins wasn't able to hit his guy because he had all kinds of space and he was gone if he catches that. But no, that was very fortunate that I was just off the mark because I think a defender must have fallen down. There was nobody back there.
Yeah, that was pretty wild. Baker booting left side, and Hubbard gives up a 3rd sack. This time it was Danielle Hunter slipping over to that side. Of course, there was a little bit of talk about maybe he coming to the Browns, but unfortunately there, he is going to sack Baker back to the 22.
Yeah, Hubbard was beaten on the first moment of that pass rush. He was already around.
And we have seen how that can work on a right side, and it's going to be incomplete again. Landry in traffic either drops it or it just was a bad pass. But
well, no, it was a fine pass. Those are passes that Landry comes down with like most of the time. So very odd to see him not coming up with those balls.
Absolutely. Browns settle for the check down to Austin Hooper. That gets back to the original line of scrimmage. And unfortunately, they will have to punt, going 3 and out. So didn't quite light up the offense like I'd hoped it would, but 10-7 feels much better than 10-0. Gillen should be the player of the game here for this one. He has been punting his buns off here today.
Yeah, Gillen has been truly special in this one, winning the battle, the field position battle outright, and even a 33, that's a win considering where you just punted from.
All right, Cousins back in a shotgun here. Miles still in the zone. And he's going to go left side. It is picked, and we finally got one. Troy Hill, I know his momentum brings him backwards. He's going to get tackled, but Troy Hill out of the spot picks off Kirk Cousins, and finally the Browns get the turnover that they had been seeking for 3.5 quarters.
Yeah, he had other opportunities in this game, certainly, but finally does come down with one critically. I expect, I doubt that little, half step backwards was really necessary, which unfortunately gives them a chance to tackle him because otherwise he was gone.
Absolutely here, 1st and 10. Baker back to pass, throws it very quickly. I don't even think Hooper was ready for that one. And it kind of hit him in the hands or in the back or something. Incomplete is the result, though. Hey, Luke, welcome on. Yep. 2nd and 10, turn around, give to Chubb. Just really nowhere to run. The running game has been really disappointing today.
In real life, Karen, he's an excellent swing tackle for this team. So, no, I fully agree with the having Hubbard on this roster. It's just right now in this game, he's effectively our 3rd-string left tackle.
Absolutely. Here's a dump off to Hunt. He's got some room, and he's got the 1st down. Nice play there by Kareem Hunt. 1st down, Browns.
Good to see the Browns finally getting it done on 3rd and long. It was only 3rd and 8, but still, that's a 3rd and long situation, and that was really important for momentum getting it done there.
Absolutely. Left side, he's got Hooper. Tries to toe tap down the sideline, cannot. Just 4 yards on the play. Clock runs under 4.5. Welcome in, Sean. Browns struggling a little bit in this one. They've been a little sluggish. I formation, turn around, give it to Chubb, and finally he's got some room, and he's got a 1st down, and by far his best run of the game with 6 yards.
Yeah, Luke, that game marks the return of football. You can't not watch it. I mean, after chomping at the bit to have football come back, it's you gotta watch it. I don't care who's playing.
Chubb. Yeah, now Chubb's going to get stuck at the line.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the Vikings 9-yard line.
2nd and goal. Here's Baker. Now back, he fires it. He's got Schwartz on the slant, and Schwartz is to the 2. Nice hands by the rookie. 3rd and goal now from the 2-yard line.
Yeah, nicely done there from Schwartz. 3rd and 2. This is an important touchdown to punch in right here.
Here we go. Chubb, he kind of rolls over the top of the defender and into the end zone. And then he does the old taking the loot out of the safe celebration.
That's about the last thing Nick Chubb would ever do, let alone celebrate. I mean, it's just not his style. But no, absolutely critical there. What an effort falling into the end zone just on pure willpower. But really nicely done to get into the end zone there from Nick Chubb. And yeah, Luke, I don't think any Browns fan is likely to cheer for the Steelers in that game. I think that automatically means we're going to be cheering for the Cowboys.
And that's it. Like, will starters even play at all? And does that still count as one of their 3, or is that because sometimes isn't that an extra game for them? Hall of Fame game? I can't remember.
No, I think it technically
does it
is
actually
one of their
count?
3.
So maybe the starters actually will play a little bit.
I think. I'm not entirely sure. Or is that the actual, is that the start of the season, first game of the season? I don't know. It's one or the other.
The Vikings take over 1st
Yeah, that's
and
true.
Okay, that's what I thought.
7-yard line.
Because I feel like you maybe see the starters for half of the opening series. All right, Cousins now looking at a deficit on the scoreboard for the first time. He's got Clowney and Miles in his face. He's going to check it down to Dalvin Cook, who's going to get run out of bounds after just a short 2-yard gain. Anthony Walker's been all over the field with another tackle.
Yeah, that's a fearsome twosome to have in your face, I'll tell you what.
Absolutely. Here we go. Double tight end on the right side. They run behind it. Whoop! Denzel looking a little silly on that one. Nice cut by Dalvin Cook, but his teammate's there to pick him up. Just a 3-yard gain. Denzel will want that one back.
Yeah, Denzel certainly will, but Myles Garrett cleans it up in a really nice way. Nicely done by Myles to clean up on, pursuit on the play to clean up that tackle.
Absolutely. Here's the left side to Thielen, and he's got it right in front of Greedy. Good tackle by Greedy, but Adam Thielen, 7 catches now, usually on the bottom of that screen on the Greedy Williams, Greg Newsome side. He's played pretty well.
Sean, from what we know, it sounded like it was possibly just like a bruise on the kneecap or something similar, maybe about a week. Nothing major, though, on the knee from everything we know.
Yes, absolutely. Again, everybody, welcome. Phil Nagy, Kit Nagy on Sports. We appreciate you being with us here. It's week 12 of our 2021 sim, 2nd and 5. They try to run left. Cook, and he's going to get ripped down. Look at Greg Newsome fly in from the second level. It's going to bring up 3rd and short here, but that's the end of the 3rd quarter. You can see a little bit of a foggy night or afternoon here in the land, but excited for you being on with us. Really do appreciate it. It is our summer of subscription. If you haven't yet subbed the channel, we would appreciate it as we make our push for 1,000, so that a nice tackle there. Look at the middle. Ronnie Harrison shutting it down. 4th and 1 at midfield.
That was a big stop there. We'll see what they choose to do here at midfield, 4th and 1, but that was big stop.
They're going to go. I formation, C.J. Ham into the game. Dalvin Cook behind him. Turn around. Huge hole on the pulling trap. And Troy Hill maybe saves a touchdown. Big run for Dalvin Cook there. Saves the drive, now ticking down to 14 minutes. But,
hey, Cassius, welcome in. To answer your question, no, it's just in white, from what I understand, for the alternate. They don't have a throwback in the home colors.
And Kit would know since he's already bought 2 of them, right?
Or more.
Or more. Here's 2nd and 4, dumps it to the right side. Dalvin Cook out of the backfield. Look at that open field tackle there. That's the rookie Greg Newsome, folks, playing well there. Dalvin Cook's one of the slipperiest in the biz.
Let's just say that Nick Chubb's my favorite player, and that once he signed, I felt obligated. I needed a few of his jerseys in all
there
the
you go. There you go. That's going to be another first down. Walker, though, with another tackle. But, again, we do appreciate, all of our subscribers, whether you're a year old or an hour old. We really do appreciate it as we make our push for 1,000 so that YouTube will pay us here. Here's Kirk Cousins back to pass. Watch out, Clowney, and he's going to throw him down all the way back to the 38. First sack of the day for Jadeveon Clowney.
Yeah, that was huge from Clowney. Love seeing him disruptive in the backfield again and just finding a way to get to the quarterback. Very nicely done. But to talk a little bit to your other point there that I didn't touch on, who was it that was saying? I think it was Sean talking about the training camp there, the D tackle room and preseason in general. But the
Clowney again, ball pops out. Sorry, kid, it's going to be picked up by Tack, and he's going to go 30, 20, 10, 5. Tack McKinley, scoop and score.
Oh,
Let's go.
Defense continues to answer the bell for this team, just coming up in huge ways, now putting this team well ahead, and that is a massive turn of events.
I'm sorry I cut you off.
Oh, no, it's fine. Absolutely. Way more important. Way more important. But no, to continue the point, although that was an awesome play, love seeing that. Tech does it again. We saw that earlier in the last game. So that's 2 for him on the scoop and scores. Didn't have to run quite as far on that one, but I will say though you're talking about McDowell there, and absolutely very fascinated to see what he does in the preseason. But really, that entire D tackle room in general, all of those guys, really interesting, competitive room. They brought in a bunch of talent, and really will be interesting to see how those guys play and how that room shapes up. It'll be some tough cuts.
I was going to say the only guy who was on the roster last year is Jordan Elliott, right?
That's right.
I mean,
that's the one and only.
Everybody else is I mean, Billings, I think, was technically on the roster, but I don't think the opt-out guys could they couldn't come to meetings or anything. So.
No, as the fearsome twosome again in the face of Kirk Cousins there. It's got to be so scary to have those two right there.
Absolutely obliterating Browns defense, taking over, and now Harrison's going to jump the route and pick it off. And it just took him a while, but now the defense that we have seen all season has woken up and has come to play, getting sacks, getting turnovers, and Ronnie Harrison jumps right in front of the rookie Chad Beebe, and that's just too easy.
Yeah, that woken up indeed. This has been wild, a turnaround for the defense. Really, they poked the sleeping giant long enough, and they just woke up and came out roaring.
Absolutely. Hey, Daniel, welcome on. Should be a good game. We're certainly looking forward to it as Browns fans. I'll say that.
Yeah, absolutely looking forward to that match. That's going to be very big week one, although I don't think for either team, Chiefs or Browns, I don't think that that's really very critical. I think it's an excellent week one for both teams just because high-level competition, but it's early, so it shouldn't have too much postseason impact or season impact, barring injury, hopefully no injuries. But shouldn't have any of that, which means that it's really kind of an ideal setup for both teams early. Kind of grind the axe for both teams, get them going. Hopefully, start excellent seasons for both teams.
That's a good point. Whoever ends up going 0-1 after week one isn't going to have much to be upset about, I guess.
No, I don't think so.
Season will not be ruined by any stretch.
No, certainly not.
Just put it that way. So.
And if anything, it gives them excellent tape and an excellent, self-scout to go out and do good things in the season, coming up, even if you do lose or win, either side of that coin, I think.
Absolutely. James, our resident Panther fan, asking you to vote for his Panthers as the NFC Game of the Week. If you'd like to vote on the other games that Kit and I call each week, you can do that on our Discord channel, and there is a permanently open invite link in the description of this and any of our other videos. So if you'd like to join the Discord channel, totally free. Just get to hop on and vote on things. And I think I might have pushed this one. Doink! The old Parky doink. Oh, that's my second doink of the season.
Well, at least you're doing it in true Parky fashion.
Yeah, that's true. If you're gonna miss like Parky.
Making it look real.
But so anyway, if you want to hop on the Discord channel, please do. It's totally free. It's not we don't spam you or anything, but you get heads ups when all the streams are going to come. Get to talk football, mostly Browns, but football in general between the Sims. And again, most importantly, an opportunity to vote on which teams you would like to see play. And we will continue that into the regular season. So as we mirror the real regular season games, we will have an opportunity to, get to see those kind of previewed out in front of us when we get the new game and the new season cooking.
Yeah, very much looking forward to that. But no, Daniel, I think you have every right to be worried about Chubb. He is such a monster. I mean, I don't think he gets nearly enough credit for being one of the best, if not the best, running back in the NFL.
Miles again, ball's out. It's picked up by Cook this time. Sorry, another sack for Miles. 3 in his game back from injury. Well, I know the first day, Keith, that they did like a kicking thing. He went like 1 for 5, and the other cat from the Jets went 5 for 5. So I don't know. I don't know how much you read into it. I think they like Parky and they trust him. I would be really surprised if it's not him.
Yeah, no, I would be too, especially since you can't read into anything in a training camp kicking battle. That means almost nothing. What does mean something, though, is postseason kicking, and you got to remember, Parky was absolutely 100% on his kicks in the postseason, and that's you can't, that's irreplaceable.
Yep. Man, it feels like the Browns are getting home almost every time. Here's pressure again. Clowney and Garrett. Sounds like it's what it looks like at camp. Clowney and Garrett meeting at the quarterback.
That's right, and that's something that Browns fans are very much excited to see happen a lot, and I think it very well could happen a lot in the real season.
Absolutely. Cousins now looking a little frazzled. Got some happy feet right side, left side, and it's dropped by Thielen. So now all of a sudden the woes transferring over to the Minnesota side of the football. They're going to run it on 4th and 2. Cook, and he's got the first down. Tough running for Cook. One of the top running backs in the NFL, and he shows you right there why.
Yeah, James, if I recall correctly, didn't you say you were originally from Ohio, like Dayton, perhaps?
Well, and like your dad and your brother, I think, are big Browns fans, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Left side, Cousins throws it, tipped and almost picked again by Walker.
That should have been picked for sure twice. Both guys had a great opportunity at that. Neither one comes away with it.
Kirk Cousins dump it off over the middle. Oh, what a shot from Owusu Koromoa. JOK lays the wood on BC Johnson. What a hit there.
Yeah, the Joker not joking around there. He really just destroyed him on that.
And this is what we were talking about. For everybody that watched the first half, we just was like, this just doesn't look like the Browns. Like, their defense just looks like they're playing more inspired football right now, and the offense obviously better as well. And I told you, what did I tell you when it was 10-0? I said the next team that scores, and then the Browns got that huge touchdown to Beckham, and that swung the whole game. They've 21-0 since then, and now Malik Jackson gets involved.
Yep, no, it absolutely has been massive, and just the dedication from Beckham. He's not a guy you would expect to, cover up the football with both hands like that. You'd expect him to just run with it, but he's like he was determined on that play. He was not going to fumble. He was not going to get caught. He was going to make every effort to make sure that team and that football, carry the team on his back and get that football into the end zone.
Absolutely. Pressure coming again, and almost sacked by Clowney, and actually gets it off. And it's going to be caught by Cook, and he's going to run all the way for a first down. Harrison was chasing him as best he could. 33 chasing 33, and it ends up in a 1st and goal inside the 10 here now as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
Well, I'd argue there, James, it's a good time to like the Browns. I think the Browns are going to be very good.
All right, so the 2-minute warning, 1st down and goal from the 8-yard line. Vikings, a very, very slim chance, but they got to get 7 here. Back to pass, Cousins. Pressure coming again. He throws it wild, and he is swatted away by Malik Jackson in the middle.
Yeah, just absolutely clinic out there for why you get your hands up into the passing lanes as they bat that one down.
Backside of the end zone. Oh, what a catch! Irv Smith, his 2nd touchdown of the day, and he does the LeBron powder celebration. And I don't know if this one's going to get reviewed or not, but it looked like he definitely had at least one in. We'll see if they review it.
Yeah, it's definitely close, but we'll see what we can see here. Nice strike, though, from Kirk Cousins, hitting him in the backfield as he does drag that back leg. Nicely done. I don't know where the coverage was on that one.
And they're not even going to review it. They're going to go right for the 2-point conversion now.
Yeah, no, he was definitely in. He definitely dragged that back foot.
And now pressure coming, and Miles throws him down. And actually, I don't think it counts as a sack, does it?
No,
it count as a sack?
I don't believe that does go in the. Although it does put him in the zone, interestingly. So
yes,
the game mechanic at least recognizes it as a sack from the zone perspective. But no, stat line wise, that does not count towards a sack, from what I understand.
Yeah, the same way that I caught the 2-point conversion in the end zone doesn't count as like a touchdown catch or anything.
Right.
It just means that the conversion was successful. Conversion successful. All right, 150, Browns up by 5. Vikings will call all 3 of these timeouts. Browns get a first down. I think this game is over. Turn around, give it to Chubb. Accelerates through the hole. Nice run for Chubb, who, again, has been really bottled up for a lot of today.
Yeah, the Patriots have a big game in this week. I think they're playing the Jets, maybe? But they're playing a good team, whoever it is.
Yes. Turn around, give it to Chubb. Oh, big hole right side. Follow Janovich right on through to the promised land. And that's going to be the ball game there. Nick Chubb seals it for the Browns. Vikings with just one timeout left.
Well, George is
Hey,
actually
George.
a really interesting game. It was woeful on both sides of the ball for a long time. Really couldn't get anything going on offense. Defense seemed sluggish out there. Just really were not awake. Felt like a trap game for a long time.
Yes.
But it was an incredible turnaround in this one. So worth going back to watch, certainly. But yeah, definitely interesting.
Yeah, it was the worst. It was the worst we've looked in a sim for about 2.5 quarters, offensively and defensively. And then finally, a 76-yard Odell Beckham touchdown kind of shook us out of it, and then the defense started balling out, and it just went downhill quickly for the Vikings at that point.
Yeah. And then to the previous discussion a little bit, certainly one way to tell whether or not the game tracks that as a sack is if Miles shows up with 4 under his sack column.
That's
then
true.
We'll know that counts for the game at least.
That is true.
Jamie Gillen in punt formation for the Browns.
You're going to see a lot of frustration early, George. Just be ready for it.
Just for funsies, I'll fake punt. It's going to be picked off by Patrick Peterson. Well, just the same as a punt.
That's right, a short punt. He muffed it a little bit.
The pooch punt. The pooch punt. Get Gillen into those passing stats. I guess I probably should have pooched him out a little, but they do have a little bit of time to score. Maybe I should have pooched it a little bit deeper.
Yeah, certainly. But Chris G, Garrett, and Clowney were absolutely instrumental in this one. Started with OBJ really getting it done when he had to, with a very interesting long touchdown run covering up the ball. But hey, that momentum swing was so important, and he knew it. And then the defense really just woke up and came alive in a big way.
And that is going to do it here. So the Browns survive the trap game against the 2-8 Vikings, and they will slip into 11-0 as they continue to keep on rolling, keep cooking with gas. And look at that, those 3 defensive turnovers once again, including another scoop and score. And the defense took a while to wake up, but they finally woke back up and once again prevailed here today. Big time win. Really appreciate everybody being on with us. Good to have like 40 people on the stream tonight. Again, it is the summer of subscription. If you haven't yet subbed, we would appreciate it. Again, if we get 1,000, then YouTube starts giving us money, and then I can buy Mrs. Nagy on Sports something nice for letting me play video games with my cousin every day. So we would appreciate it. Let's look at quick stats. Baker, 19 of 35, 227. Again, not his best day by far. Did have a touchdown, but most importantly, no interceptions. He did not turn the ball over, even though he only threw 54%. And we'll see in a minute how many of those were drops. Kirk Cousins, on the other hand, 53 pass attempts, 37 of them complete for 324, 2 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. I'm pretty sure that's not the game plan for the Vikings, is to have Cousins throw it 53 times, especially when they weren't down until the end of the game.
Yeah, that's very odd.
Dalvin Cook, 21 of 77. He did have 7 broken tackles today. Browns struggled to run the football. Chubb, 19 for 49. He did get in the end zone. Kareem Hunt, 4 carries, 0 yards. So not exactly the way we would draw it up either. But again, most important stat was the scoreboard when they got it done. Hooper, 5 for 37 today. Landry, 4 for 20. Hunt, 3 for 22. 3 for Beckham, but for 107, including that massive touchdown. Higgy, Schwartz, and Chubb as well. But let's go look over here. This is the part that I think that's really going to sour a few people. Look at Jarvis Landry. 3 drops, 2 for Kareem Hunt, 1 for Higgy, and 1 for Beckham. That's just unacceptable moving forward, in my opinion.
Absolutely. Certainly not Jarvis. That's not somebody who you expect to drop the ball at all, let alone 3 times.
9 catches for Dalvin Cook out of the backfield, 8 for 83 for Thielen, 7 in the 2 touchdowns for Smith. He was good. Johnson and Jefferson both with 4. Pretty solid job to shut down Justin Jefferson today. We know how explosive that he can be. Leading tackler, middle linebacker Eric Kendricks. He had 8, 7 for Mike Hughes, and 6 for Barr, Smith, and Gladney, and Pierce, and McKenzie, and plenty of other players. Sacks today. Again, all three of them are going to be credited to Chris Hubbard, 2 for DJ Wanham, second-year player out of South Carolina, and then Daniil Hunter had the other one. But again, all of them on that left tackle side. For the Browns defense today, how about 12 tackles for Troy Hill, 12 for Anthony Walker as well. Felt like we were calling their names a lot. Of course, Ronnie Harrison with 11, Greg Newsome with 10 as well. On defense, great to have Myles Garrett back. He had 8 tackles, he had a TFL, and 3 more sacks. That should keep him in the league lead. We'll find out after the conclusion of Week 12 when we do another stat video. But he was leading the league at 16.5, so that puts him at 19.5 sacks now for the Browns after Week 12. That's a pretty good place to be. Clowney with 2, Tack, Walker, and Jackson each with 1. And then the 2 interceptions were by Troy Hill and Ronnie Harrison. Kit, let's wrap this one up.
Yeah, so real quick, that does tell you that it does not, in fact, count on a 2-point conversion as a sack. It does, however, count for the mechanic for getting in the zone, as we saw, which is kind of nice, but we'll take that. And no, to wrap this one up, it was certainly, like you mentioned, a bit of a trap game early and not performing the way you expect the Browns to on either side of the ball. Only thing that was really working was Jamie Gillen and the punting unit. So that was the only thing that was going. It was a bright spot for these Browns early. Just holding serve at best throughout. It probably had about 8. Maybe 9 opportunities in that game for interceptions, only come away with 3. You certainly want to clean that up going forward, and then drops on the offense was a huge part. And then, missing both of those tackles certainly played a big role, with Hubbard getting beat for 3 sacks. So certainly not the best effort. Can't get that run game going. We can't stress enough how important that is. Both Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb are so vital to this offense and what they're looking to do. So certainly not the game that you wanted to see for a big chunk of it. But then when they woke up in a big way, and what a turnaround in that one.
Indeed. So for those who were asking earlier, Browns will finish now at Titans, at Steelers, home against Justin Fields and the Bears, at Green Bay, and then they will finish with the Patriots. So still some pretty tough games left on the schedule. We must have already played the Bengals twice. I forgot the first time we played them. But apparently it was week 3. So there you go. All right. Anyway, you guys are the best. We do appreciate you being on, hanging out with us here tonight. For Phil Nagy here in Central Ohio and Kit Nagy out on the left coast, we are Nagy on Sports, and we appreciate you being with us. Again, feel free to click on the invite link, or if you're already on the Discord channel, make sure you vote on the other games you would like to see from Week 12, and we'll get those popped out here in the next couple of days. But until we meet again, guys, take care of yourself. Have an absolutely awesome day. And as always, go